Hello friends, welcome back. It's Jim O'Rear, and I'm bringing you another episode of Collectibles From My Closet, this time featuring Sam from Trick or Treat. And if you are not familiar with Sam from Trick or Treat, where have you been, first of all? But he's this adorable little character from the 2007 film Trick or Treat, which actually didn't get really pushed out anywhere until 2009 after a 2-year delay because for whatever reason people were afraid of this movie. They say it's because of the killing of the kids in the movie and stuff like that, but I do not like horror anthologies. Trick or Treat is a horror anthology and I actually like it. I love Trick or Treat and I love the character of Sam. And Sam, if you don't know, is this little creature that walks around in orange, dirty, footy pajamas with a burlap sack over his head. And he always shows up when somebody in the story violates a Halloween tradition. And it usually does not work out well for that person. So you really need to see this movie if you haven't. It's a horror comedy, super cute, and this character that just shows up a few times has become this like cult icon for Halloween. So anyway, I thought I would show you some of the Sam collectibles that are out there from Trick or Treat, and this is not anywhere near the number that are out there, but these are just a few of my favorites in my collection. And I want to start out with this hat here. This is a Sam hat. Let's take a little closer look at it. So this is a hat that Fright Rags released, and you see it's got Sam right there on the front. Over here on the bill it has the eaten piece of candy sucker that he uses as a weapon, and then on the back it's got this mesh material, large mesh material with the movie logo on it right above the little clasp and tightener there. And it's a really comfortable hat and really sturdy hat. That brim on that hat is solid. And to go along with the hat is the limited edition Trick or Treat t-shirt. And I think they only made like 1,000 of these. And Fright Rags came out with these. And they are they were released as a limited edition with a mask that comes with it. And we'll let you take a little closer look at the mask, which is done like the old style Halloween masks that I wore when I was a kid. Again, you'll see this is a release from Fright Rags. This is the box that the mask comes in. It says the limited edition t-shirt and ventilated mask. And right there you can see the pumpkin head version of Sam. And this comes in this box kind of like we used to get as a kid that had the little plastic mask with the plastic clothes inside of it. And then down here on the bottom they have it marked that it is limited to 1,000 pieces, and I have a men's extra large because my belly is big. And then when you open the box you'll see that yes, the mask and that little silver thing through the eyes is just tying him into the box. It's not part of the mask. But you'll see it's made like the old masks from when we were kids and ran around the neighborhoods in these little cheap plastic masks. And I love that about it. It's very vintage and traditional, which the movie focuses on Halloween traditions. Now to go along with all that fashion sense, I have one of Sam's murder weapons right here, the little jack-o'-lantern Lollipop. And I got this at Spirit Halloween actually, and well, here's what it looks like a little closer. This is just a replica of the weapon that Sam uses in the movie, or one of the weapons anyway. It's the jack-o'-lantern candy sucker that he has sharpened with his bite right there. And I picked this up at Spirit Halloween just as a costume prop, and it's really neat. It's a pretty solid little piece and fun to have just because it's Sam and you can pretend to be him with it. And now, let's take a look at a few of the little collectible toys, like this little item from Trick or Treat. This is a mini bust that Trick or Treat Studios came out with. They came out with several different monsters, classic monsters from Universal, Leatherface, stuff like that. And they actually did a Sam right here, and you can see it's pretty detailed as far as texturing with the texture of the burlap sack and the cloth pajamas. Pretty neat little job there. And you'll see here it's right there, sculpted by Alexander Ray from Trick or Treat Studios. And this is what it looks like on the back, but pretty neat. And then just a neat little touch with the rope that ties around his neck. Now, if you are a living dead doll collector, you got to have one of these. Of course, it's typical living dead doll, and but it doesn't quite work with Sam because Sam is already a cute character, and living dead dolls take monsters and make them cute. So since he starts out being cute, he's no cuter as a living dead doll, but it's still pretty neat to have there, just as a living dead doll version of Sam. And I haven't taken him out of the box because I like the packaging. They do some neat packaging, but you can see here on the back that he also, inside the box, comes with a little burlap sack as well as the sucker weapon in his hand right there. And I don't know, one day maybe I'll take him out and set him up on the shelf, but not today. Today he stays in the box. Now, similar to that was one that Mezco released, and this is another giant kind of plushy version. It's I call it a baby doll version. It's the classic baby doll shape and form, just dressed as Sam with a burlap sack. And if you look at pictures of him online, you'll see there's his little burlap sack down there as well as his weapon. If you look at pictures of this item online, you can see him without the burlap sack on as well, and it's the pumpkin head face that's under there as sort of a baby doll. And again, maybe one day I'll take him out of this box and set him up as well and take a look at his face, but I haven't wanted to do that because, again, I like this giant box that he sits in. Now, Nika came out with several figures, and everybody tells me I say that wrong. I say Nika, and they say, no, it's Neka. But I don't care. I say Nika. And these are a few of the versions of Sam that they released. They did this one, which is just sort of a really hard form plastic version of him. And it's got, little pumpkin accessories and weapons in his hands. And then they came out with another version. I think this was maybe the ultimate version or something like that. And it had different heads you could pop on him, different hands, another weapons, some pumpkins. And it came with a little separate sack there. And I just happen to have his pumpkin head on right now. But you can swap him out and make him look like all different versions of Sam in the movie. But my favorite one they came out with was the clothed version. And this is him. And I don't know what it is about him, but I love him to death. He's one of my favorite figures out of my entire collection. And he's got the dirty little pajamas, the burlap sack, the burlap on his head, the weapon in his hand. And I keep him sitting on top of a vampire skull for no reason at all, just because I like to see him sitting there. So there's the Nika or NECA versions of Sam in their little small figure line. Now, I'm a coffee drinker, and my favorite mug is this right here. It's got Sam on one side, and this is a really good size mug. I got this from Spirit Halloween, and you'll look here, it holds an entire bottle of water. So if you're trying to track how much water you drink and how many bottles you're supposed to have for health reasons, really good way to do it. It holds an entire bottle of water, which means that's a good amount of coffee too. But it's got the Trick or Treat logo on the back here, and Sam on the front. And I actually have a couple of these, so when one gets dirty, I can use the other one. Now, Funko Pop is big with collectors, and of course they make a pop out of everything. They've probably made a pop out of my dog. I don't know. So of course they have a Sam pop, and this is him right here. And it's not incredibly cool, but it's neat, especially if you're a Sam collector. The one that they came out with though for Spirit Halloween is much cooler. I really like it. This is it. And it's got him sitting in a little classic pose from a lot of the promotional pictures with the pumpkin and the sack next to him.
And I just really loved the look of this one, and yeah, I had to take him out of the box and put him on my shelf. This is what it looks like on the back. But I actually think that's a much cooler pop than the original one that they released. Now this next item, I don't really know what it is. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's a wooden coin. It's a piece of wood cut in a circle with this Sam image on it that says "Always check your candy." And like I said, I don't know what it is, what it's for, or even why I have it, but it had Sam on it, so I got it. Now, they came out with a lot of body knockers in different horror characters, and a body knocker is a solar-powered toy. You can see the little solar-powered window right there. And it's got a button on the side, and when you push the button now, this has been sitting inside on a shelf, so there's no power in it at all, but I'll rock him here. There you go. And he dances back and forth to solar power all day long. And if you turn him around backwards, you can see him shake his little booty butt all day long. There you go. You're welcome. Another one of my favorite Sam things is this, which I also got from Spirit Halloween. This is a plushie Sam, and I just think he's adorable. Got the burlap sewn up there. There's the Spirit Halloween Trick or Treat logo. Got the bag, and this is a neat detail. His footy pajamas have slip protection. You notice that? It has slip protection on his footy pajamas. Interesting detail that they put on him. I don't know why, but it's cool. I would not have thought to put slip-proof stuff on him. So there's a plushie Sam.
And there you have it. Just a few of the collectible items and toys based on Sam from the Trick or Treat anthology movie. And I hope you liked looking at some of those, enjoyed seeing some of them. Maybe you've seen some, maybe you haven't. But that's what this whole Collectibles From My Closet show is about, is showing you new stuff or things you may have forgotten about. So I do hope you enjoyed that. I hope you liked the video. If you did, click that little like button on the video. Just bing, and let me know that you like the video. And if you do like the video and want to see more, also click that subscribe button, and that will subscribe you to my channel. And when you come onto YouTube, new things will pop up and tell you, hey, there's a new video on this channel. And I upload a new video about every 3 or 4 days. So I want to thank you for watching another video with me, and I will see you next time.